all winter long, you're just like me. You've been watching videos on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, and hopefully watching DNA Golf on all those as well. But you're watching and you're thinking of swinging harder, bigger rotation, bigger move. And I think that's all fine and dandy. But as I'm going to preach this year, and I'm going to really get back to this, we have to examine the other side of that spectrum. Too many of you like to rip into the golf ball as soon as you get a chance to. And this is my test in a golf lesson. Andre, what club do you want me to use? Whichever one you want. And then I just stand there. And I wait to see what they grab. The smart person is grabbing a mid-iron or lower. The aggressive person's grabbing the driver. Or the person that doesn't have much knowledge, they're grabbing the driver. And that's the biggest club that we're swinging the hardest and has the least amount of room for error. So this quick tip for quick tip time is to look at the other side of the spectrum, to spend more time swinging with tempo and relaxation, hitting more pitch shots and chip shots than you take full swings. That's your first step, okay? Your first step coming out the gate is to find the club face, okay? You've seen me do this before. I don't know if my cameras will be set up right for this, but the first thing that I did as a kid, shout out to my brother Jay, was sit with the ball like this. I'll lean down, see if I can get a little bit of this. And I had to use my elbow only. And learn. Ooh. See, that's why you shouldn't do this in the podcast area. And use my elbow only to have that ball go up, right? Working on my flick of the arm, making my goose. And I'm knocking the mic over again. There we go. We'll go there. But it was all about getting that lever active first. And I had to learn how to really understand this, right? And I always think about the kid shooting his shot at the trash can with the piece of trash, you know. And let's see where you're at here. Get this back where I need to. There we go. Where, you know, you're shooting it and you're going, Kobe. And there's a lot of intelligence attached to your lever, to your brain, right? That's where that intelligence is. You know, I talk a lot about AI as athletic intelligence. And, you know, your natural ability, DNA, discover natural ability, has a lot to do with that intelligence and talking to that intelligence. The thing that happens when we're aggressive, it's hard to really learn from that intelligence, to feel anything, and we end up raising our anxiety, okay? My mom, PhD in child psychology, you know, I think that's why I'm so special, is that she raised me a certain way, different than my three brothers. I got more of it because I was younger, right? But anxiety is one of the biggest things that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to have you calm in times that are difficult. And that's where I think working from a chip shot perspective, pitch shot perspective, you're controlling your stroke, aiming at a target, you're able to adjust the distance easier, not caring about length of motion, the direction easier, left and right. You can play with path easier, ball contact in a lot of different ways because you're slower, okay? And your mind can process that a lot better, okay? So there's something to that.